Hello and welcome back to another episode of our Nightingale Let's Play. This is part 12 of that Let's Play, and if you haven't seen the other parts already, please go back and take a look. I'll leave a link to that in the description below. Just a quick recap as far as what we are going to be doing on this episode is we're going to do some of the side quests in Welkin's Reach. We're going to do the offering of blood, offering of bones, and offering of flesh. I already have all the materials in my inventory. All we have to do is go to the altars, give our offerings, and then head over to the observatory. And then once we head over to the observatory, which is right over there, we're going to take our nice little deep dive down into the Empyrean well. So yeah, that's the plan. I'm going to start off by heading over in that direction over here. This is the first episode that is being filmed with the newest update, the winter update. In that update, we've got a lot of new things, a few changes here and there, especially regarding NPC helpers and things like that. So when we head back to the base, I'm probably going to go over that a little bit just to kind of explain some of the differences, some of the changes, quality of life improvements, and so on. Alright, so... Oh, looks like we haven't cleared out this area, so I'm gonna have to do that first. Definitely gonna have to fight some enemies. There we go. And it's dead. Easy. Gonna go grab that, go upstairs, grab my bundle of essence, and let's make our offering. The site awaits an offering. A new life paid with a life lost. We'll make an offering of blood. The realm hums quietly, pleased with your offering. Alright, so we've done the offering of blood. Next we're going to make the next offering over in that direction where the hat is. I believe we've already cleared out this particular underground area. I don't think there's anything I need to... Oh, there is a scorpion here. I want to switch my maul. Maul does a lot of damage, so you deal with that thing quickly. Alright, it's gonna head down into the abyss. Alright, we're gonna offer the bones, and then we're gonna leave. Alright, we're getting much closer. I do not see... Oh, here we go. This is the torn altar. We're gonna offer the flesh. Cool. So now that we've done that, we're gonna head over to the observatory, which is all the way up there. I don't think there's any materials left in this cave. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh yeah, so it looks like there's some amber here. I'm gonna collect whatever's outside the cave, and then I think I'll check inside too while I'm here. Might as well, since we're kind of headed through this area anyway. There might be scorpions in here. Oh, here we go. Every blow I land is just doing lots and lots of damage to these guys. It's kind of slow to attack with a maul, but the damage you get from it I think is worth it, so it's whatever. Might as well just grab the stuff. Not sure about this, not gonna be able to get that. Let's see, do we have the strength for this? Nope. Not for that either, but there is some amber back here. Alright. I I didn't see that I didn't pick up the ore there. That's kind of odd. Alright, and let's start climbing up here. Gotta make ourselves... well, we gotta make our way up the mountain anyway. Well, it's more like a cliffside than a mountain, but you guys know what I mean. Alright, we are almost there. And once we get in there, we're gonna have to go straight to the upstairs, where we're going to return to where we unlocked that one door. And then we're going to basically take the Empyrean favor and fly our way over to the Empyrean well. This place probably looks a little bit different, considering I'm using slightly higher settings right now. It's crazy with this game how different the game can look if you're using different settings. Because I usually run this game on the lowest settings, and usually when that happens, like everything just, you know, there's no like shading, there's no like weird lighting or anything. But like you can actually tell what time of day it is with this kind of lighting, which is nice. Alright, so here's the Empyrean favor. Before I take that, I'm going to renew my food buffs. Accept the Empyrean favor, and then I'm gonna fly out the top. Your hateful gift shall carry you down to my despair. I missed that last part. But yeah, the Empyrean favor, basically what it does is it gives me a buff that gives me safe passage through the anomalies of the realm. So the anomalies in this case being, well, that. And I'm gonna try and land somewhat safely here. Oh, I got in, but not really where I wanted to land. That's okay. I'm going to try and claim everything that I can. And the cool thing is, if I fall here, it just sends me back to the top. And it looks like there's lots of enemies already chomping at the bit. I can't really complete the musical tones puzzle until I've done a few other things. So I'm gonna try and climb up here, make my way over. And we're gonna shuffle this way. I have to be very careful not to jump here. Anguish without end. Alright. There should be another one of these somewhere, I believe. I'm just kind of looking around to see if I can spot anything. Oh, I see. There's another one on this side here. And then the third one is the musical tones puzzle. We're just gonna hop across carefully. And we have to be careful here, because we already have enemies ready to launch us into the stratosphere. Oh, that was a nice cut. I have to be careful. Oh, I just got shot from somewhere. I don't know where my helper went, but I could really use them right now. Okay, the fire burned it, so luckily I just have to deal with this guy now. There we go. I'm going to use my recovery here. And I'm gonna pop Hermetic Flame. Alright. Not sure where my helper is, but that's okay. We'll figure it out. I'm sure they'll find their way eventually. I'm just gonna ignore this. Is there anything here? Nope, just looks like these here. And then on the other side I'm gonna go to I think there's like another heart on the other side possibly, but right now I'm going to unlock these. So that way that's exposed. I expected to see another one here, but I don't see one. Alright, so looks like we're good. Now we just have to leave. And then we have to head over to the other side where there's another door. And then we have to do the same thing on the other side. Yeah, he just died to the flames. Perfect. I'm just gonna unlock these. Ooh, okay. That was quite the explosion. Alright, and then we're gonna bonk that chest once. I think I may have unlocked everything. I'll just walk up here to make sure. Nope. Oh wait, never mind, I did. I just want to make sure I got everything. Let's check the other side. 'Cause I hear a bunch of enemies. I don't see them quite yet. So I need to do the musical tones puzzle. Let's see, what do we got here? Alright, let me look at the order. Okay, I figured it out. I'm gonna grab this. And I have to figure out where that bottom tone is. I think it's down here. Okay. That's a shame. There we go. And then the third one is this way. See if I can get it now. There we go. And now our last passageway is opened up for us. Let me head down. I'm not even gonna bother trying to grab all those chests and stuff because, like, just getting those is a time sink and I don't really feel like it's worth it. Let me be honest. Alright, here we go. So let's see if we can make our way up. And now I have to find that passageway I just opened. I don't think this is it. No, I just walked through here. Oh, my helper's back. I don't think it's it, but let me check. No, that is not it. I also hear a hope echo somewhere, but I haven't seen it, which is a little bit of a shame. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ugh, that sucks. And I'm losing the Empyrean favor as I'm doing this, so... let's fix our leg before we bust it permanently. Here we go. I found my way out. It took a second, but I figured it out. Alright, here we go. We found Anthony Amari. Never still, never static, in orbit while anchored. Hello? The picture, still so far from perfect. With every detail, it draws closer, yet every glimpse pushes it far. Yet I document every minutia, even as fresh strangers lurk, ready to take and to claim and to lie. So they must. You're from the missing crew, aren't you? Missing. I suppose we were. And now I am found. But what if they? Not all died with me. So very many. I couldn't tell you. Single-minded, helpful in some ways. Not to them, of course, but it is an affliction we share. Your rescue proves fruitless then. I have no need. There is much to do here. Much yet to catalog. Sheliak. It calls, and I, dutiful student, will attend its many wisdoms. Regardless, it's good to see you still live. Live. That I do. Live and learn, and live. But you have other lives to pursue, yes? I must not be distracted. There are details to recall, held in such fragile suspension. Alright, I'll leave you to it. Cool. So she handed me some, I think, coffee and crumpets. I do have an infusion here of speed, but I'm not going to use it on this gear. Summon Swarm is a new enchantment. Let's see, Charm of the Wind, we already have that on our umbrella. I'm going to repair all my gear. I'm going to place down a peeps box just to empty my inventory a little bit. I don't want all this random crap in here, especially for the next boss, and it'll make sense why later. The drink, let's see, blueberry nectar, that's gonna be useful. And I think we're good. I do not believe I have any other firearms on me. What does my helper have? Okay, they have like 3 items on them. Not very helpful, but that's okay. And you know what? We're going to also put the rifle cartridges away. And I think this is good enough. Sorry. There we go. Alright, so let's handle this next group of enemies. First I'm going to have some steak, salad, nectar. I'm gonna set my weapon ablaze for now. Gotta get past these enemies first. I always get the heart first. There we go. I saw another one run this way. There we go. Perfect. I'm gonna be using recovery mostly in the fight. So that's what we'll be using. Alright, let's get started. This is probably one of my favorite bosses in the game, just because of the unique mechanics that come with it. And that'll make sense soon enough as to why. There's the boss right there. She already threw stuff at me. And she rammed into me. Great. I'm gonna use my Overon's bounty here to pick up as much of this ore as I possibly can. She's pissed. Oh. Alright, let's see. I'm just gonna collect this. Alright, here we go. Alright, let's keep going. This column is also nice because it's already built. I'm trying to get the boss to ram into the columns. That's the idea with this fight. Have to be careful. We don't want her destroying the columns before we get a chance to really fight them. Have to wait. There we go. Just gonna mine away. Get that crystal here. They didn't like that very much. Alright, let's keep running. Ooh, they hit me pretty hard there. Getting tossed around a little bit, it's okay. My helper has the right idea. Just hide behind the pillar. Maybe they'll go away. We'll see. This column's not gonna hold on very much longer, though. The boss is trying to get a shot at me, but I'm not gonna let them. And yeah, they basically throw rocks at me. I'm collecting the ore. Just to rebuild this. No other reason. That might be the end of this boss. There we go. Yes! We are winning.
إني تولد دسكار لهي حاف عقود نا أوسيب ميهون تهدي حاف إيميني بيو نود أبرياد دينو كويد مي كويد ألنو خوي كويد خوي دير بيو دي اخلادم Empyrean mini più osseria etni più ol imi nu tirpiu navod meltluso mi hui rodol.
Nice. And now they've become one with Welkin's Reach. Awesome. Alright, so that was it for that fight. I really enjoyed this fight just because of the medals you get from here. This is a medal that I haven't really found anywhere else in the game. Okay, looks like nothing came out of that, but basically it's called a mirrored medal. It's a tier 2 medal, and it gives you 4% melee damage, 40 durability, and environmental resistance of 10%. That's not something you see every day. That's not something you find easily, so I just thought it was worth mentioning here. So you might as well grab as much as you can before you head off, but we are going to start crafting tier 3 stuff, so we're probably not going to be using that metal unless we have like an actual reason to. Alright, here we go. And now we've unlocked the card to go to Magwitch Marshes. That's a whole other quest in itself that we have to deal with, so very cool. Alright, and we got the last of our tier 2 essence. This portal I think leads you to the crossways, but I'm not too worried about that, I think. Yeah, you know what, let's just go to the crossways, why not? Now, once we get to the crossways, I'm gonna open the portal. I think Puck might be waiting there or something. I'm trying to remember if he shows up there. But either way, we're gonna be dealing with a lot of new enemies in Magwitch Marshes. There's going to be some very nasty foes in there. I remember the first time I hopped into that area, I got absolutely decimated by the enemies, and I had it on Explorer, so... my advice is that if you're going to head over to Magwitch Marshes, make sure you have at least a tier 3-ish or tier 2 plus or plus set of gear at least, because you're gonna need it. It's very important. I mean, the amount of damage some of those enemies do is like insane. So, yeah, so now we are going to unlock this third place right here. Magwitch Marshes, and I'm gonna put it on Explorer mode, mostly because I just want to keep going through it. I know at the beginning of this kind of walkthrough I started with Explorer and then I wanted to change it up, but I kind of want to keep it at Explorer right now. In the meantime, I'm actually going to travel back to my Respite, and then from my Respite I'm going to start the gearing process, the upgrade process, and all that stuff. So let me just double check everything we got here. The first thing I'm gonna do is build my peeps box, make sure I have another one here, because without this, I mean, what am I doing, right? Let's see. All good. Let's put the unprocessed materials away. I'm going to grab everything out of the box, and I'm also going to grab... Ooh, I'm getting a little bit of FPS drops here. I'm gonna grab everything my helper has as well. They don't have anything on them. And you know what? I think I'm also going to lessen the settings. Like I said before, I'm kind of testing out some settings in this game. I don't really have that much strength in my computer, but I got some more RAM, so I'm testing the limits of that, and I put it on balance, so balance quality should be a little bit better. But as you can see, the game looks super different depending on what settings you have on, and I hope that eventually I can get a nice enough computer that, like, when you guys see, like, what this game looks like at, like, you know, full graphics, it's just, like, night and day, essentially. So yeah, I look forward to that. Hopefully I get to that point, but we will see. Alright, so we have the unprocessed plants, so we have, food and seeds, tools and ammo. I'm gonna put the ammo in here. Potions and magic, so that includes things like the infusions. We're gonna put those away. As far as unprocessed rocks and minerals go, we have some new ones. We have Arium and the Emerald metal. I'm also gonna put some let's see, mineral products in here. As far as magic goes, I think my magic box, I'm gonna put all the charms in there, all the enchantments and things like that. I'm gonna continue to put more of these away, and then of course I have some unprocessed animal stuff which also needs to be put away, and some processed animal stuff as well. I know it seems kind of excessive to be like organizing this often and like putting things together, right? But, you know, I'm telling you guys, like, it's gonna be worth it. But yeah, I don't know. This, like, FPS drop when I kind of do stuff is a little bit intense. So I think I'm gonna head back over to my performance settings. and I'm just gonna go with ultra performance mode and turn that on, and we'll see how the game fares. So already it's a lot better. So yeah, so the next part, or the most important thing right now, is going to be gearing up. Right now we are wearing tier 2 stuff, but I think it's solid tier 2. Let me double check. Oh, it's tier 2 plus, so we're probably gonna want to wear like tier 2 plus plus gear potentially. If I go to the second tab here, I can also upgrade my estate Karen to tier 2. This allows me to utilize the new changes they've made. The estate Karen didn't used to be in the game, but they added that in with the newest patch. So I guess I'll kind of explain how that works and kind of give some examples of like how to utilize that. But right now I don't really have, I don't think I have a calling card, do I? No, I don't have a calling card. So, I can't really show you guys just yet, but what I can do is I can head over here to that settlement with Wilhelmina Sass, and I think I'll talk to her, and I think there's a quest that she's gonna want me to do for her as well, so let me just pick that up. And I hear a hope echo. Here we go. I'm gonna pick that up. Pause if you need to. And the reason why I'm heading this way isn't just to talk to Wilhelmina, but to get this person right here, an extra helper. So remember this guy in the beginning of our run, he was kind of already here. I'm gonna try and recruit him. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna talk to him. He's like, is that a realm walker I see? And not just any realm walker, you're the one that people have been talking about, aren't you? The one who cured the cradle? Yep, that's me. I'm gonna so I could use a capable hand at my estate. Acquire calling card. Joining a realm walker's mission, I'd be honored to accompany you. Here's my calling card. Play it and I'll be there. Thank you. So now I've accepted Lewis's calling card, and I'm gonna show you guys how to use that at the base as well. So this is kind of like a little bit of a mini tutorial, as well as like kind of like, you know, getting stuff done kind of session, if that makes sense. Oh, Wilhelmina's over there. I went the wrong way. Alright, let's talk to her real quick. Ah, you again. Always a pleasure. Now I'm sure you're here for my exceptional services, but I have a proposal for you if you're interested in doing a bit of digging for me. I might be interested in your proposal. I heard a fascinating story about an American lawman roaming the realms and trying to look rather inconspicuous while he was at it. Journalist intuition tells me he's up to something, and I'd like to know what. Find him and see what you can learn. Where can I find this lawman? Rumor has it he stationed himself along the path you've been following in the realm of Magwitch Marshes. I can hardly wait to hear what kind of sordid behavior he's running from. Or toward. Of course, before you go scampering off, is there anything I can do for you? No, not really. Alright, so now that we've done that, I'm gonna head back to the Respite. Every time you open up a new portal from now on, usually Wilhelmina has like, you know, something for you, or like there's someone there who has like new quests, like kind of like Tailsin or something. I think Tailsin's the only one I've seen so far that like shows up there, but that might change in the future. Remember, this game is early access. So, alright, so what I'm gonna do, my estate Karen's over here, right? And as you can see, I can now open up a menu, right? And the calling card that we got, which I'll show you real quick in my inventory, there's a new tab here. If I click on it, you can see Lewis has his calling card in my inventory. I can open the menu to my estate, transfer him over as a resident, and then give him a job to do. So I can add Lewis as a resident, and then there's like different stations that I can have him working. So that's basically like the new thing now. As far as this respite goes, I think I might upgrade it. Actually, yeah, let's do that. So I'm gonna go to the estate structures tab, and we have the tier 2 estate Karen. If I place it down, I need 50 lumber and 40 ingots. I don't think I have 40 ingots though. I do not have 40 ingots. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna check, hold on. I do have 40 ingots. I have 48 right here. That's weird. So there we go. We have a new estate, Karen. Now, what I'm about to do is really, really important, okay? So I'm going to open up the build menu. I'm going to hover over the Respite, and I'm going to completely delete it. Right? Now, what I need to do is grab this estate, Karen. Sorry, I got to open up the build menu. Move the estate, Karen, and I'm going to move it back over here in this corner. All right? And now I'm going to create Respite right here. So now when I hover over it, it's going to say Respite instead of Estate Karen. That last part is very important because if you, let's say you move realms, right? Let's say you want to move your base to like a different area and you want to take your base with you because technically you can build in any realm, right? If you set your estate Karen to this place, and let's say I move my, let's say I move my stuff, and at the new place I set up a new estate Karen, until I designate it as my Respite, it's not going to behave like my Respite. So, you know how I go into my inventory, or sorry, I go to my map and then I can travel to Respite? It would send me back here instead of to my new place if I didn't designate that new place as being my Respite. So that's just really important, guys. So like, for those of you who might be, maybe playing along, or maybe you're, playing the game yourself, if you want to move your Respite, you can. That's always been a thing that you can, well, I shouldn't say always been a thing, but it's been a thing since the Realms Rebuilt patch. So you should be able to move stuff around, but the winter patch now we got allows us to utilize these helpers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually start off by kind of utilizing our new helper, Lewis, right? So two things I can do with Lewis. I can either recruit them and have them in my party, or I can replace Jay with them, but I don't really have a desire to do that. But the second thing I can do is have them work at my base. So I'm going to go to the progression tab and we're going to go to tier 1. I think it's in tier 1. Yeah, here we go. So we have the wood station, the mining station, the hunting station, the fishing station, and the farming station. So I'm going to unlock all of these. I don't have enough essence. That's okay. I could probably just eke that out real quick. With all the animals we just killed, it's easy to get more essence, right? Let's open up that tab again. So now I have all my automated stations done, and you can find those under estate structures in the new build menu, which, by the way, this new build menu is really, really nice. I can toggle the build mode or the search mode, so if I need to search for something, I can just type it here in the search bar and all that. That is brand new. So yeah, these are huge improvements to the current building system. It's so much better now, and I'm so glad that we have that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a mining station first because we need more ore, right? Like I could always use tin ore. I'm not going to really expand on the, well, actually, what I should do technically is make like a floor here. So I'm going to add more of a crude foundation, and we're going to expand our house a little bit by a few tiles. And let's see, we got some wood and sticks and all that. So we're going to put the wood, the sticks, and the plant fiber. It's all going to build itself. My recruited helper's getting out of the way. There we go. And notice Lewis is over there chilling, just kind of walking around, right? I'm also going to maybe extend it out this way. So I'm going to get rid of these tree stumps real quick so that they're not like blocking the way. I don't think these will regrow if I put foundation here, but I kind of don't want to find out, if you know what I mean. There we go. So now I'm going to make more of the crude foundations. We're going to expand this little area here, and then this area is going to be... Oh, that was a mistake. There we go. We're going to walk away. Alright, and it's done. Next, I'm going to place down the new stations. So we're going to go to the tab number 1, the estate tab, and we're going to move over to the mining station, and I'm going to place the mining station first. Now this mining station, the entrance, it's kind of hard to see sometimes, but like that each of these stations have like a frontal entrance on them. So I want to make sure that that frontal entrance is exactly what I have here, for my helper. And then now that I've placed this, I need to kind of create, well, create it, build it up. So we have wood bundles, fibers, stone blocks, and lumber. So we have some tier 1 lumber actually, which is interesting. And then I'm going to step back to complete it, and done. So now I have my first workstation for my helper. What I will do is I will make maybe a staircase here, just because it's a little bit awkward to get up here. So I'm going to put down my... Oh, can I get it to... Oh, it's wanting to do it that way. Let's see if I can get it to... There we go. So now, I'm gonna walk away from that. We're gonna get away, let it complete, and now there's a way for my helper to get up here and do their job. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna head back into the house. I'm gonna interact with the Respite, and I'm going to have Lewis here, right? I assigned him to the mining station, and then we're going to choose the resource. I'm going to choose tin ore for my resource, and we could take a look now. He's going to head over here, and he's going to start working. Well, it looks like he ran the other way, but either way, he's starting his work. So yeah, basically, they'll be sitting here doing their work while you're gone, and then over time, as they collect stuff, all you have to do is go back to your estate Karen, and then go to the storage tab up here, and everything that they've gathered will be all in one place. So you don't even have to go chasing for that stuff, looking for it. It's all going to be there. And also this serves as an extra storage in a way, just because like you have all these spots, but I don't really recommend using it as like a regular storage, if that makes sense. It's not really its intended purpose. So yeah, that's basically all we got here. I'm gonna move this over here. We have some augments and stuff. We're not trying to, you know, make the perfect, you know, augment setup or anything like that in this playthrough, but I just thought it was worth mentioning all of these little details, because this was a huge fundamental change to how the NPCs work. You can recruit any NPC in the realms, essentially, that is, you know, kind of like a survivor, right? It's a random survivor of the realms. So if you happen to go to like a random realm somewhere, even if it's procedurally generated, you can basically recruit whatever helpers you want. They're all kind of randomized with different names and, you know, looks and all that. So if you want, you know, specific kinds of helpers, or if you want, like, you find one that you really like their name or something, you can definitely recruit them, bring them back to your base. Now, with this estate Karen, this is only the tier 2, and for the tier 2, I think it's, let's see, it's only 9, but at tier 4, well, technically, there's 3 tiers in your progression menu, right? So like tier 3 estate Karen, but if you want a tier 4 estate Karen, you have to go to the watch to get that. We haven't gotten that far into the game to even know what the watch is and all of that, so I'm not going to explain that too much here, but just know there is a tier 4 Karen that you can purchase the recipe for over in the watch. So something to look out for. And I believe that late game Karen gives you a capacity, I believe, of up to 15 helpers. So yeah, make sure to utilize what you want to utilize. Alright, so moving on, we have a lot of stuff that we've gathered, a lot of nice little things here and there that we've picked up in the realms while we were gone. There's a lot of customization with weapons and stuff we're going to have to be dealing with, but there's a little bit more of an important thing kind of that we need to keep an eye out for. So right now we have all this stuff that we've unlocked, and we have a lot of tier 2 essence from Welkin's Reach. So this is as far as we've gotten with like the steam trunk and stuff like that, but that's not really what I'm worried about. I'm more worried about the gear and stuff like that. So right now our current gear set, we are using the NTTC set. I can't really upgrade much from here. I believe this is the highest gear set I can do before we end up in Magwitch Marshes. So I might have been kind of like little bit over guessing, but once we get over to Magwitch Marshes, we'll start to get that tier 3 essence, and then we can use that to upgrade all of our benches. So our sewing benches, you know, pretty much any crafting station here will get an upgrade. But in the meantime, the main thing I want to do is make sure that I get plenty of food and rest. And I want to make sure that I'm using food that is a little bit better for me. So in this case, if we go to the unprocessed animal stuff, we now have some tier 2 and tier 3 stuff. As far as the tier 3 chitin that we have here, I'm not going to worry too much about using tier 3 stuff. We're only going to be using tier 2 to cook with in the meantime. So I just wanted to make that clear so that you guys kind of have an idea of the kinds of stuff I'm doing. Now, as far as this cooking station, that is actually something I never bothered to upgrade, so I should probably do that. So I'm going to go to tier 2, and I have a refined cooking station I have access to. I can't believe I never built it. It's kind of funny how I unlocked it but never built it, but to be fair, I was kind of like, whatever, you know. We're going to unlock the salad, spiced tubers, coffee and crumpets, and the fishing trap. The fishing trap, I'm gonna unlock that now just because it's another augment that we can use. And notice that the augments are also separated based on their tier, which is really cool, very helpful. I think what I'm gonna do, let's see. I think the fishing trap is gonna be really nice, especially when I'm crafting like fishing rods and stuff. So I'm gonna place this thing probably right... trying to see where I can get it to work out nicely. Let's put it like right here. How about that? We're gonna put some rope, line, and lumber. Oh, and it looks like we need 2 more ropes, so I'm gonna make sure to make that over in the textile station. I want to be using regular crude thread, so let me make some thread first. I'm gonna make 3. I don't need 4, but I'm just gonna make the 3. And then I'm gonna make the rope. And then as that's crafting, I'm going to get my fishing trap set up. First, I'm going to replace the bench with this tier 2 cooking station. So this is the refined cooking station right here. And looks like I need lumber, seeds. Let's use some blueberry seeds, probably the easiest to get. Oh, I could have used crude, that works too. And then I need wire and a shaft. I don't think I have any wire in here. Oh, I do. Looks like I didn't enable building here for some reason, so let's try this again. Wire, and then I need a shaft, which I believe I want to say that is... Yep, here we go. Shaft. How many did I need? Just the 1. Okay. So I'm gonna grab the rope, finish up this fishing trap, and then I'm gonna grab the shaft from here once it's finished. Alright, gonna turn that off. finish building this, and then I'm going to deconstruct this simple cooking station because I realized I completely forgot to upgrade that. So yeah, that's a very noob move of me, but that's okay. There we go. And then we're gonna add the fuel. You know what, I'm just gonna use some I like to use coal for my central fuel. And as you can see, there's way more things I can make now. I can make dough, broth, spring rolls, tender steak. Tender steak is great because it's a tier 2 thing I can make. Spring rolls are only tier 1. I really hope, or I kind of wish that the recipes were kind of organized in a way that was like based on your tier, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's kind of something to think about a little bit when you're crafting stuff. But yeah, we have the coffee is tier 2. We have, let's see, fish fingers is tier 2, but I don't think we have enough of anything. Yeah, we don't have enough raw fish to do that. That is a-okay. We will figure it out. And we should do some fishing at some point, maybe to kind of round out some of the stuff, because I think okay, so it looks like I did fish and get that trophy there, but let's see if I can make myself some tender steak. So I'm gonna sort by ascending tier, and we're gonna go with tier 2. Let's see, health and stamina regeneration is good with the bug meat, but I kind of want more maximum health. I'm not gonna go for the hippo meat or the well, actually the hippo meat is nice, so I think I am gonna make that. And then for the spice, we have pumpkin spice and salt. I'm just gonna add some, actually I think I'm gonna add the pumpkin spice. We're gonna do the same thing here with the jabberwock meat. And then I think we're also going to, let's see, let's go for the predator meat. I like to use the predator meat just because of the extra health that you get from it, and we're gonna make 10 of those. But yeah, the tender steak is gonna be the thing that we're mostly getting from these meals. And I think I'm also going to take a look at maybe some other options. So like the salad, for example, that's a tier 2 thing I can get here. As far as vegetables go, I want to choose vegetables that I have a lot of, but you know, not something that's super weak, I guess, but it's kind of inevitable unless I'm trying to use like a higher tier fruit or vegetable. I could go with the water spinach, for example, just because I know I'm gonna head over to Magwitch Marshes and we're gonna be getting a lot of those spinach. So maybe I might use that. I could also use like just the berries and stuff. So I think I'm gonna leave it with berries and mushroom, and we're gonna make 4. So we're gonna have 4 salads. All right. And yeah, so we have better meats now. So we have our tender steak, some salad. Oh, I forgot we also have this nectar. Coffee and crumpets kind of doing its own thing. I don't think we need salad and coffee and crumpets because they're both giving you stamina regeneration and health regeneration, but the salad is a little bit stronger, so, well, that one is. Let's try, let's go with the salad that I just made, and then we're gonna switch out this bug meat for this, and I think the rest we'll keep in our inventory for now. I also have some hunger potions that I can eat while I'm in the base just doing stuff, so I'm not getting that debuff when I'm like hungry, because when you're hungry, your health and, you know, pretty much your stats absolutely just get penalized essentially. So you don't want to be hungry as a realm walker. There's not much you can do on an empty stomach. But yeah, this was mostly the thing we wanted to do today. I just wanted to kind of demonstrate how this works. Before we go, I'm going to take a look out here. So if you notice, our helper is not here. He should be resting. And by the way, if you put like a table or like a bench or something, or even a bed, he'll like actually utilize it. So he's kind of bugged out here, but he's sleeping, I guess. Let's take a look at our types of beds. So the metal framed cot, I think, is not what I have here. That's a modest single bed. So I'm gonna make a metal framed cot for myself. And then I'm going to like maybe make a chair for this guy. So let's make that cot. Actually, let me see. This gives you base comfort of 4, so let's do that. And then we're gonna put the felt, the ingot, and we should have cloth. We do not have cloth. Alright, so I guess I'm gonna have to make some cloth real quick. Actually, how many do I need? 4? And it's wanting me to use cinder strands, but that's not what I'm gonna need, so I'm gonna make some thread out of my crude fiber. And we're gonna make 8. I'm gonna turn this on in the meantime, just gonna make the crafting a little bit faster. Also, another change that was made is if you go to a crafting station, you can, you know, if you inspect, right, you can also kind of choose what augments you're using. So I could add the sundial and, you know, and or the formula board. So if I want the formula board instead, I can apply that. If you take a look down here in available augments, it'll give you a list of augments that are possible for that crafting station. So, these are basically like the same augment. They don't really do any like thing different. So I'm just gonna go with the crude sundial. So now the refinement time is decreased by 10 seconds, and then the minimum refine time is 3 seconds, obviously. Crafting clothing items have an environmental resistance plus and durability plus effect. So now with all of your different stations, you can kind of change, like pick and choose what you want. So if I want the formula board in here, boom, look, now I have 2 augments. But yeah, that's something new now that we're gonna have to kind of experiment with and play around with. I think when you get to the excellent set, you get like 4 augment slots, if I remember correctly. But I just thought it was worth mentioning that just to kind of clarify how that works. You can also access it up here, like in your station, right? So if I wanted to mess with the slotted augments, I can, or I can go to station traits up here and then make that change, or, you know, kind of mess around with the stats there. So there's different ways to go about it, but you ultimately get the same result, if that makes sense. Alright, we've gotten our cloth. Now I'm going to remove this bed. We're going to move this one over here for ourselves, and now we have a much better resting bonus. And I'm also going to unlock, well actually I'm going to go to the, I don't remember if it's tier 1 or tier 2. Okay, so we have a simple wooden chair. Which I could use, or I could place down like a regular chair like this one. But I think I'm gonna use a simple wooden chair because I have so much tier 2 essence that it's like, you know, why am I holding on to it, right? We even have a rocking chair, so if I wanted something like this rocking chair, I could definitely, you know, utilize that. But either way, I'm using carved wood, so we're gonna place our chairs. I think I'll go with a rocking chair, why not? And we'll put the rocking chair out here. And occasionally we'll see our helper sit and relax on this chair. And yeah, so that's basically another thing we can think about. I don't think it really helps to add any kind of resting areas specifically for them, but just know if you have a chair or a bed, they will utilize it. So you might as well have it, right? Okay, well, next time on our journey, we're going to be doing a few other things. So we're going to go to the Magwitch Marshes, We're going to pick up our initial quests. We're going to do a little bit of a follow-up on the Wilhelmina quest. And then we're going to start doing all the quests over in Magwitch Marshes. Now, while we start questing, I'm probably also going to be doing the points of interest just to get some extra essence, because we're going to need as much essence as possible to basically upgrade our gear and stuff like that. Now, the thing about upgrading our gear, if we go to the tier 3 tab here, we can see that there is some clothing options. So we have the elegant shirt, we have, you know, calcularian jacket, stuff like that. Now, once we complete the Magwitch Marshes Site of Power, we will get our opportunity to get this second tier of clothing. And then once we complete the Gloriana's Tears area, which is the area after Magwitch Marshes, then we'll get our last bit of stuff unlocked for us, and we can craft like a whole nother set of gear. So basically the idea or the gameplay loop at this point is go in, get your initial quests, do the quest, or do some quests, get full inventory, come back, upgrade some gear, go back out, complete the quests, come back, upgrade gear again, or, you know, do whatever you want to do at that point. But before we fight the boss in Magwitch Marshes, we are definitely going to need a gear upgrade, because that boss is a harpy boss. It's going to have lots of poison. Preferably, we would want to have the Charm of Venom available to us before we even begin to fight that boss, because it just makes things so much easier. Yeah, here we go. So this is a tier 3 charm of Venom, and it increases your melee damage while poisoned. So that's something we're going to be needing. That boss also has a kind of like a circle shield around themselves where they take basically no range damage. So we're going to be needing as much melee damage as possible in Magwitch Marshes. I also think that melee might be a little bit better on certain types of enemies, just to kind of deal with them. Like there's a lot of like really big enemies that are going to be hitting hard but moving slow initially. So yeah, we'll get to that in the next episode. Anyway, thank you so much guys for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and as always, Sholo out.